And we are underway with our heavyweight title turmoil match. John the Body Johnson, these contests up until the heavyweight title or heavyweight champion gets in the ring are going to be held under 5-minute time limits. If no winner is decided in the course of that 5 minutes, both superstars eliminated. 2 new superstars enter the match.
And right now, speaking of new superstars, we have the new face of Old School, Mike Posey, taking on the new face of Social Security, Brody Ray Chase.
Well, there's nobody more old school in Anarchy Wrestling, I would say, than the Stray Cat Brody Chase.
You're absolutely right. His Social Security number is 1.
We had the great old school debate a few weeks ago on this program. It led to an assault on Brody Chase by Mike Posey. Another assault just a couple of weeks back in that contest that determined who would have the first spot in this cage match and the second to last superstar. Brody Chase was one of the participants. Mike Posey took him out of the match. Now, as you see how well that went for Mike Posey, he's starting off this gauntlet. The winner of that bout, the Lethal Dose Strychnine, gets to enter at number 6. He's that last man in before the heavyweight champion, BJ Hancock.
Mike Posey himself, a former Anarchy heavyweight champion. Mike Posey at one point, maybe some of our newer fans don't know this, but Mike Posey at one point was also a very respected official inside the squared circle there, wore the stripes, much like Ken Walrus is doing here tonight. But
Walrus,
that's what I said. It's Ken Walrus.
Guess my headset went out.
But Mike Posey was a well-respected official. That actually does come into play whenever you're inside the squared circle. You know how to stretch those rules. And inside of the cage, it doesn't matter. But any other time, that does come into play for Mike Posey.
Posey goes up, could be a power bomb, and down hard.
Folding Mike Posey inside out is Brody Chase. But Brody Chase may have injured his knee on that. Ken Walrus down there checking on him, trying to get some feeling back in. Both men are down. Now, this comes into play, too. Because if Brody Ray Chase, let's say he makes it past Mike Posey, he's going to be working the rest of this match with a bad will. However, both men are down, they could both be eliminated.
Well, that knee has been the target of the attacks by Mike Posey as he goes for the pin. Only gets a 2. I think that delay checking on his knee cost him. He could have got the 3 count.
Very easily could have had the 3 count there just by the timing, but then again, that could have been Mike Posey using that time as a breather himself, but you have to stay on the attack. Brody Ray Chase not able to stay on the attack, either is Mike Posey. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out the rest of this contest. Like we said, only 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes of this, that's not a lot of time.
And we've got to be well past that halfway point. You know, I'm sure we're coming up on a 2-minute warning. So he's going to have to act fast or risk being eliminated.
Speed, in the area of speed, that's going to fall in the favor of Mike Posey. Much smaller than Brody Chase.
2 minutes remaining quickness. In the 5-minute time limit. 2 minutes.
There's a 2-minute warning there, Brett Wolverton.
Posey could be going up. The Alabama Jam. Unusual, he was trying the Alabama Jam onto the leg of Brody Chase. Brody able to get out of the way. That'll crack your coccyx.
Hey, watch your language.
It's your tailbone.
No, that was his tailbone.
You're right.
Wasn't mine. Leave my tailbone out of this. Brody Chase with those huge right hands taking down Mike Posey.
Winds up, shot takes Posey down to the mat. He's hitting at anything that'll move.
Brody Ray Chase, in his over 30-year career in the sport of professional wrestling, has seen it all. He's been a champion, knows what it's like, and that will just did not hang up on him. Wait a minute, hooks the leg.
And Brody Ray Chase has been eliminated.
Brody Chase is eliminated. Mike Posey wins the first of these gauntlet matches, and now the 5 minutes starts over. A new contestant's going to come in. When that bell rings, Mike Posey, even though he's been in this match for just a few moments, did take quite a pounding from Brody Ray Chase, but not as much because of Brody Ray Chase's knee. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out next as the opponent for Mike Posey.
Well, as you can see, it's taking Brody a little time to get out of the cage. That's given Posey a breather. And, you know, we don't know. We only knew the first guy, the 6th guy, and 7th guy in this match. We have no idea who's coming through that curtain. It could be Wild Billy Buck, could be CB Suave, it could be Slim J. We don't know which one's going to come out.
And that right there, just being able to give Mike Posey a chance to breathe. And as you see, Posey taking every opportunity. He's resting. He's trying to stretch himself back into shape. trying to work the cobwebs out that Brody Ray Chase put there for him. And right now, very gingerly getting out of the ring. This right here, this is killing Brody Ray Chase because he knows that Posey's getting a chance to rest. He knows that this is helping Posey. It's got to kill him.
All right, the introduction about to be made for our third participant.
Just a big, hairy American winning machine. You ain't first, you're last. No, don't talk about that making his way to the ring from the Dirty South, hitting it at 187, Slim J.
Somebody that's absolutely not afraid of that steel cage, John Johnson, Slim J.
The Grand Slam winner of the Anarchy Arena, the Grand Slam winner of Anarchy, Slim J in the ring, a former Young Lions champion, a former Anarchy Tag Team champion, former Anarchy Heavyweight champion, former Anarchy Television champion. He's done it all. He's held titles in this building for the better part of the last decade, and right now, looking for that opportunity to get back to that mountaintop. That mountaintop is the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship. He knows that if he's going to do it, he's going to have to beat Mike Posey, he's going to have to beat CB Suave, Billy Buck, Strychnine, and then ultimately BJ Hancock. A long road to hoe for both these men.
You know, we now know as a result of Slim J coming out here, the next man that's coming out has got to be CB Suave because pardon me, no, I guess it couldn't be because I forgot about Billy Buck.
How could you forget about Billy? You know what?
I'm so wound up tonight.
You are wound up. It could be CB Suave or Billy Buck. We do know the one man that's watching this match right now, though, is Strychnine. Strychnine is definitely watching this matchup. He knows how much time he has left. He knows that he's got quite a bit of time before he has to be out here. I mean, at least 15 minutes before he has to be out here.
These superstars could easily go the 5-minute period. 5 minutes is not a lot of time inside the ring.
No, and especially when you're guys like this, when you're guys like Slim J, when you're guys like Mike Posey, you're smaller. You're starting to, you move around, you use a lot of energy, but I mean, like these guys, I mean, they move so quick, but they're able to counter each other's moves. They're great athletes in that ring, too. So 5 minutes, sometimes, you're just getting warmed up. You're just getting fired up at the 5-minute mark.
Slim J's going to go up top, one of his favorite places to be, that high-risk area. Oh, my!
Great counter there by Mike Posey. Two former Anarchy heavyweight champions. Two men that, when you say heavyweight champion, you look at them, and you don't quickly associate a heavyweight championship with two of these men. But they're two guys who, despite their size, have come in, and they've been viable Anarchy heavyweight champions.
Both men under 200 pounds. All right, here comes. That's P. There's the O. And an S. Give me an E. And here comes a Y. Mike Posey told me I had to spell it out for him. I didn't want to do it.
If Mike Posey told you to jump off a bridge, would you do it? I would only hope so.
You're not that lucky.
Darn.
Submission applied by Mike Posey.
It's going to take a lot more than that to get Slim J out of this matchup. Slim J, aside from being a well-decorated champion, is a guy who is also a well-decorated member of the ER Hall of Fame. And I'm not talking about ER, I'm talking about the emergency room. Hall of Fame. This man has suffered concussions, he's suffered broken bones,
5-minute time
he suffered what should have been to the average man career-ending injuries, not threatening, ending injuries, and he's bounced back every time. And he's still got a long way to go.
That's a credit to the tremendous physical conditioning. Submission lock. Will he tap? He's out.
Oh! Mike Posey has been eliminated.
So Slim J will now have to go through 3 opponents
and
if he wants to get to the heavyweight champion.
Number 4. Pounds the Hollywood superstar, CB Suave.
Here we go.
CB Suave blames Slim J for costing him the television championship. Slim J was the referee in the last match between Tommy Penarelli and CB Suave, where the loser could not get another shot at the championship as long as the current champion was the champion. The following week, CB Suave had a huge assist in young Joey Reimer defeating Slim J for the Young Lions title. This is going to be an all-out war, even if it's only for 5 minutes.
These two men, CB Suave, a guy I'm very familiar with, is a guy that I had the privilege of managing when him and Tommy Pinarelli were a tag team. This is a young man who I saw a lot of star potential, and he has lived up to that as the Anarchy Television Champion. And right now, taking it to
that's Slim J.
Yeah, taking it to Slim J. I was waiting to see what he was going to do. I thought he was going to rip his ears off. That's about the only injury Slim J hasn't had. Huge suplex here. CB Suave finds himself in a great position. If he defeats this former Anarchy Heavyweight Champion here in this one, he's just 2 steps away from meeting Anarchy Heavyweight Champion BJ Hancock for that title. What a night it would be for CB Suave to walk out of here Anarchy Heavyweight Champion.
You know, in the entire history here at Anarchy, I believe there's only been 17 men that have held the heavyweight title. Coming into this match, Strychnine and CB Suave are the only guys left that have never been the heavyweight champion. They would love to be that number 18.
And what big company they would be in. Men like Michael Judas, men like a guy we're going to see here later on tonight, Gunner, have been Anarchy Heavyweight Champion. The list goes on and on. And right now, Slim J. And Fright Night has been kind of an event that's been kind of off and on for Slim J in the past. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how well he's going to be able to adapt to the much, and I say much, but the younger CB Suave. I mean, Slim J himself, just shy under 30.
Slim J earlier this year was recognized as one of the top 30 superstars under the age of 30 on the independent scene. You know, there's a lot of wrestlers under the age of 30 on the independent. To be one of the top 30, though, that's high praise.
That is high praise. And, you know, when you think about this, Slim J's career has spanned some 13 years. So, I mean, you know, do the math. The man started out when he was a teenager. He's just now reaching the apex. He's just now reaching that part of his career that could be like the shining moment. And he's already had so many moments to make him great.
Yeah, it's just amazing to think that a few weeks back, Miss Rachel on Anarchy Television called Slim J one of the old guard here at Anarchy, a man that was washed up. How can a man just barely 30 years of age, you know, at that 30-year mark, be considered washed up?
Definitely not thinking, but he's been counted out so many times here in Anarchy, and I've seen it.
Up and over, sunset flip. Roll
2
up,
minutes
1,
remain
2.
in the 5-minute time limit. 2 minutes.
We're at the 2-minute mark. Another 1, 2. Bridges out. Backslide attempt. Again, they've only got about a minute and a half, a minute 45 now. Out of the backslide. Cradle 1, 2. Another cradle 1, 2. Another cradle 1, 2. Again, wait, around and around they go. Where they stop, nobody knows. That's got to cause you to get dizzy. I'm getting dizzy watching.
I'm going to tell you something. I mean, there's no conditioning for that. The dizziness that's going to cause, you can't train for that.
They've only got about a minute.
Aside from being an accomplished professional wrestler,
1, 2, 3.
Slim J has been eliminated.
CB Suave pulls out what could be considered an upset, pinning the Grand Slam champion, the man that's done it all here in Anarchy. 1, 2, 3. And what a feather in the cap. As you mentioned, one of the top stars under 30 in the independent scene. And CB Suave just definitely beat him and definitely etched his name somewhere.
And we're underway with our next match in this turmoil. Billy Buck starting off hot and heavy against CB Suave. Big back body drop.
Billy Buck, one of the perennial favorites here in the Anarchy arena. A man who's he's been an Anarchy Tag Team Champion, has held the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship, taking it to CB Suave. And right now, there's only 2 men separating him from BJ Hancock.
One of the biggest moments of Billy Buck's career was this year when he defeated Mike Posey for the heavyweight title. Tonight he has the opportunity to win number 2. CB being shaken.
And right now, I'm pretty sure if you check CB Suave's trunks right now, he might have number 2. But right now, Billy Buck is wanting to get to that title. He's wanting to get back on, get back in that title picture. I mean, I'm going to say something.
Go ahead and say something.
Billy Buck, he can whine and cry that he was never beaten for the title, okay? And that's just a crybaby move. But I can understand how he feels. Just imagine never losing your championship and having it taken from you. Wait a minute.
Reversal. Nope. Goes to the figure 4.
In the center of the cage. CB Suave can't get it. Oh, he tapped! He tapped! He tapped!
CB Suave has been eliminated.
Billy Buck now knows who awaits him. One man separates him from getting revenge on BJ Hancock, and that man is about to be introduced to the crowd here at Fright Night 2014.
A man that's had opportunities at the heavyweight championship, but has not got to that point and won the title. The man that won the elimination bout just a couple weeks ago to earn this spot as the second to last man for the
And
heavyweight
now
champion.
introducing participant number 6.
Hey, he didn't start the fire. It was always burning. And right now, Strychnine and Billy Buck, put the hand out and then just clobbered Billy Buck. These are two men who have a history as well.
I do believe Feltner's checking the bottom of his shoe. Jonathan, are you all right down there?
Who cares? He's just Jonathan Feltner.
Oh, gosh. I love it. This is frightening. I'm having a blast.
And so is Feltner. And right now, Strychnine went for the kick. Oh, and got the second one. And right now, hits the leg on Billy Buck. Now, one of these two men, they are going to face the Anarchy heavyweight champion, BJ Hancock.
That's correct.
And right now you see Strychnine not wasting any time. He was just being methodical. He has that 5 minutes and just dropped him down. 1, 2. 2 count by Ken Walrus.
Where's my headset again? I could have swore you said Walrus.
I did. That's his name, Ken Walrus.
Save that argument for another night.
Right now, Strychnine, a former Anarchy Tag Team Champion himself. Two guys who really made their way here in Anarchy in that tag team division, Billy Buck and Strychnine. And right now going at it for a chance at the richest prize here at the Anarchy Arena, that being the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship. Of course, still to come, the Anarchy Television Championship will be decided. And then the main event, War Games. Here tonight, Team Elite taking on Michael Judas, Azrael, and Jeter.
You know, Fright Night has been a very lucky event for Billy Buck. Just last year, he won the television championship. Granted, it was under the mask at the Wild Side. However, it was a victory for the Gold. He would love to repeat here tonight a year later for the heavyweight title. But he's got to be quick about it. They've got to be about the halfway point in this 5-minute period. Backdrop to Strychnine.
And this is where the 5-minute period actually comes into a different play for guys like this. Billy Buck, who is, well conditioned as is Strychnine, but also they're bigger guys. Now 5 minutes, a lot of times you're taking a lot of brutality in that. Oh, wait a minute. Sets up, and hooks it in.
The tourniquet is locked in. Strychnine's version of the Anaconda Vice, the tourniquet is applied.
The crowd here divided amongst these two men. Strychnine has found himself in the favor of the fans. Billy Buck, as I said before, his entire career here at the Anarchy Arena, the fans have loved this man. They have been drawn to this man. His father, a longtime employee of the Anarchy Arena.
Sweeps the leg, goes
2
to the
minutes
figure
remain
4.
in the 5-minute period. 2 minutes.
We're at the 2-minute warning. Figure 4 is applied. This is what eliminated CB Suave.
And Billy Buck has it cinched in deep. Now Strychnine trying to use that reach of his trying to use the power to turn himself over.
Going to reverse that pressure. But Billy Buck rolls right over and locks it back in tight.
You know, and the referee, Ken Walrus, are getting in the way. A little bit turned. We could have seen Strychnine in those ropes, but Ken Walrus was there, breaking that up and now, reversing it over to the center of the ring. Billy Buck had the ropes.
The hold is broken in a hurry.
You know that somewhere Miss Rachel and BJ Hancock are watching this match. They're salivating.
Samoan drop.
Watching the beating these two men are giving each other. They know in just a couple of moments they're going to come out here and face one of these men.
1 minute remaining.
We got a minute left.
We've got 60 seconds. They're going to need to do something fast.
Billy Buck's super kick comes out of nowhere, so I mean that could end it very quickly.
The buckshot could do it. Oh! Strychnine caught on that top rope.
The thing is, that's a good place for Strychnine right now because your shoulders can't be at the mat if you're on the top rope.
Yeah, but they don't have much time.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, you know, when you're down to this kind of time in the match,
remaining.
higher ground might actually be a good place for you.
We're at 30 seconds.
Both these men giving it all, knowing that the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion is waiting on the other side, but we are down to less than half a minute in this matchup.
Both men up top. Rear waistlock. German suplex from the top.
9, 8, 7,
They need to get up.
6,
Somebody needs to make it count.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 5-minute period has expired.
Wait a minute.
As per the rules, both men are eliminated.
Wait a second. What? How can both men be eliminated? That
means that BJ Hancock is still...
Fortunately,
Shut up, a lady's
our
talking.
heavyweight champion BJ Hancock was set to face the winner between Strychnine and Billy Buck, and because they're both eliminated now, BJ Hancock will retain the championship.
She's right!
I know! No, hold on. I know that you're so
come on.
I'm so sorry. He won't be wrestling tonight, but you can get autographs later. It'll be fine. There's no reason to boo. Everything will be all right. Isn't that right?
Well, Miss Rachel, you're right. There was no decisive winner here, but if you listened carefully to the rules as they were described both in the opening video and in the ring, when the two people are eliminated, the next two people come into the match. Well, there aren't two people. There's not two people, so we need to get a winner out of this match so that someone can kick your ass.
Whoa!
Please restart this match. There is no time limit until there's a winner.
Well, the bell has sounded.
You need to leave your drunk grandpa at home.
Bill Behrens is not my grandfather, but the decision's been made. Who's going to go on? Rachel and BJ Hancock scouting here at ringside. There's no time limit now. One of these men will face BJ Hancock for the heavyweight title.
It's either going to be a second opportunity for Billy Buck or it's going to be the opportunity to be a one-time champion for Strychnine. Both these men have everything to gain and everything to lose right now in this ring, and they're fighting like it.
Hancock is encouraging both men to destroy one another. But he never thought he'd find himself cheering for Billy Buck or Strychnine. The FFD. 1, 2. He kicks out.
Billy Buck kicked out. The thing is, both these men, they're going to beat each other into oblivion, and it's going to be easy pickings for a man like BJ Hancock. I mean, this man's the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion. This man is one of the finest athletes in Anarchy. So say it the title.
Strychnine into the corner. Comes charges. Spear by Billy Buck!
Oh!
Kick out!
Only a 2 count. Now, if I'm to understand correctly, the minute there's a winner in this matchup,
The heavyweight title match begins.
that's it. I wanted to make sure you heard the same thing. I'm just checking to see if you were
I've got the
listening.
same style of headset you do.
Yeah, but my ears are better.
Your headset's newer.
No, that's
Phone's
said.
coming off of mine.
Oh! Right in the jaw.
1, 2. Kick out at 2.
Billy Buck is a fighter. I will tell you something. This is a man that you can never underestimate. This man, seen him go through a lot too, much like a Slim J. The man is a fighter. He's always been there, always been an underdog, and has always found himself fighting up, fighting up, fighting up. And right now, Strychnine has Billy Buck down, but does he have him out?
Billy Buck up to his feet. Strychnine going for the spear again. Run into the cage. Buckshot! Connects. 1, 2, 3.
The Lethal Ghost Strychnine has been eliminated.
And here we
And
go.
introducing his opponent, the Anarchy Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the Modern Classic,
BJ
Hancock.
BJ Hancock's absolutely right. He's livid. He wants Strychnine out of there. Billy Buck is right for the pickings right now. Oh, and there he goes. He's going to give the assist, getting Strychnine out. And as soon as that...
1, 2. No! Kicked out! In just 3 seconds, we could have had a new champion.
Could that have been all that Billy Buck had left? And even if that is all he had left, is it enough to capitalize? BJ Hancock was not expecting that. And right now going right after Billy Buck.
Hancock is going to go to work on that neck that he injured with the pile driver a few months back. A pile driver onto the ring steps. A move that put Billy Buck out just before he won the heavyweight championship. Of course, Billy Buck wants to win that title back. He had to forfeit due to a rib injury that kept him from defending the title in the mandatory time period.
That 30-day mandatory time period, very important in the championship picture. A long-standing rule in the sport of professional wrestling. And sometimes, injuries are a very unfortunate part of this, but it's what you got to suck it up and move on. Don't let that factor you. Don't let the fact that you lost your title being stripped from you affect the way that you approach this match. Approach it like you did every other match going into when you won that championship, and you'll find yourself on that mountaintop again. The question is, has the injury affected the psyche of Billy Buck? Has that injury had himself protecting himself? Is that why he's not able to overcome BJ Hancock? We'll find out here shortly as BJ Hancock just working right on that neck, driving those elbows, and right now clamping on that chin lock onto Billy Buck.
Well, Hancock is going into this match trying to prove to the Anarchy faithful that he deserves to be that heavyweight champion. Nobody thrilled that he was handed the title, so every match he's in, he's having to prove himself more and more. I know he's not thrilled by his placement on the card tonight. Disappointed that War Games is the main event. As the heavyweight champion, he feels he should be that top draw. A victory here tonight against Billy Buck is the way to do it.
I've got to say, I was excited to hear that BJ Hancock was the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion. I remember this man's debut here at the Anarchy Arena. I remember this man watching him as an up-and-comer and saying right here on this program that this man's got a bright future ahead of him if he gets the right people around him. He's got, obviously, the right person around him. Miss Rachel, a brilliant mind in the sport of professional wrestling. Her gold, that Anarchy Heavyweight Championship. She also manages the career of Joey Reimer, the Young Lions champion. A very huge feat for a manager in this building to manage dual champions.
It certainly is. And BJ Hancock finds himself just one championship away from that Grand Slam title. A record held only by two superstars, the Temptation Shawn Tempers and Slim J. All he needs is that television title. This last year, Joey Reimer and Hancock were the tag team champions. Now, of course, BJ, the heavyweight champion. Scoop up and a body slam. Drops the elbow. Cover made 1, 2. And a kick out at 2.
BJ Hancock, like I said, finds himself in great company. Men like the seven-figure deal Ace Rockwell, the No Pain Train Iceberg, a former Anarchy champion, Michael Judas, Slim J, Shadow Jackson.
Wrestling's most dangerous weapon, Jeter.
All great former Anarchy heavyweight champions, and this man has etched his name right next to those men. And I'll say this, he's forging a great legacy for himself. He has to continue to listen to Miss Rachel. She obviously is a brilliant, brilliant mind. She's obviously guided him in the right direction thus far, and as long as he continues to listen, for the next decade, BJ Hancock will become a household name in this arena.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. When Georgia Wrestling History did their end of the year awards, I was asked, who's going to be a breakout star at Anarchy in 2014? Without hesitation, I said BJ Hancock, and he's proven me right in just rows, you know.
And right now, the Anarchy heavyweight champion in firm control of Billy Buck. Billy Buck has shown flashes of brilliance, has come back several times, but BJ Hancock is right there to take him right down.
Hancock lowering the knee pad.
This the third of 4 title matches. Of course, the TV title still to be decided inside the cage. And then War Games in our huge feature contest. BJ Hancock climbing to the top. Wasting way too much time. Billy Buck back up. And right now, Billy Buck going up to that second rope, has a hold of the Anarchy heavyweight champion, going to that top rope.
Could be a superplex. No, Hancock's going to just drove Buck's head into the cage.
Brilliant time.
Oh my God. He's going to attempt a top rope pile driver.
That could break Billy Buck.
Wait, no. Instead, up in that fireman's carry, Samoan drop from the top rope.
A Samoan drop from the top rope. Now that hurt the champion, but the former champion, Billy Buck, he's not moving. He has not, starting to show a little bit of life. I don't know if that's nerve endings switching or not.
That landing, he could have easily hit his neck on the canvas.
This crowd here starting to get behind the former Anarchy heavyweight champion, Billy Buck. Miss Rachel there shouting instructions to BJ Hancock. BJ Hancock trying to use the ropes to pull himself up. He's looking at that Anarchy heavyweight championship. He knows what that's all about. He knows that this match determines his paycheck. It determines his livelihood. But Billy Buck knows the same thing, and Billy Buck using the ropes to get himself up as well.
They're up to their feet. Hancock taken down by Billy Buck. You can see the pain on the face of both men. Hard into the corner. Clothesline takes the champion down.
The back of Billy Buck, though, that affects the neck as well. And you see him grabbing the lower back. Moving gingerly in the ring, not as fast as he usually would. With every motion, with every jolt, it is sending pain down the spine of Billy Buck, but he's got to block it out. He's got to use the energy from this Cornelia crowd if he wants to realize that dream of becoming a 2-time Anarchy heavyweight champion.
Up and over goes Buck. Into a neck breaker.
And how apropos would that be? Going after the neck of the man that took out his neck here tonight. Both men down, both men very slow to move around. Miss Rachel, a lot of concern on her face as she holds tightly to that Anarchy heavyweight championship. She may not be going home with that championship tonight.
Hancock trying to get up to his feet. Oh, elbow rocks Billy Buck. That'll loosen your jaw. Buckshot blocked. Spin around kick. Pile driver attempt. Has him up. Drops him down.
And that was a picture-perfect pile driver. Drove Billy Buck's neck right into the mat. This could be it.
But near the ropes. 1, 2. He kicked out.
Billy Buck kicks out of the pile driver. They don't get much prettier than what we just seen BJ Hancock do. Another former Anarchy heavyweight champion that utilized the pile driver to near perfection was technical perfection Chad Parham, a man who is a former Anarchy heavyweight champion. BJ Hancock.
It looks to me, JJ, that BJ Hancock has suffered some sort of laceration on his eye.
And Billy Buck, I think that kick out may have been the last thing that he could do.
I do believe Hancock's realized he's bleeding. That may only add into the intensity. You know, some get into aggressive mode.
Well, hold on, Brett. I'm going to say something. Billy Buck is dead weight in that ring right now.
Going for the pile driver.
Oh, wait a minute.
Rob, 1, 2.
These last-ditch efforts.
Spine buster by the challenger.
And you can hear the crowd getting solidly behind Billy Buck. The roof being risen off this place. And this crowd loves Billy Buck. And I think he loves them in return. Setting up for the buckshot. The thing is, you see Miss Rachel yelling instructions to BJ Hancock. Oh!
Good grief.
That's the ultimate counter.
And another pile driver. Hooks the leg, 1, 2, and 3.
Your winner of the match, and still the Anarchy Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the Modern Classic, BJ Hancock.
Let it be known, right